All right, we should be live on YouTube. Let me try. Hang on, that needs to go up a little. I'm gonna try to get live on TikTok as well. I have no clue how that's gonna go. But we should be live supposedly on TikTok now as well. It's a lot of troubleshooting on my end because I just spent the last 2 hours trying to figure out how to stream to TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So, if you're getting here, welcome. Let me open everything. No clue. No clue how well this is working. YouTube. It's YouTube live. Are we live on YouTube? It says we are. We are live on YouTube. Cool. Let me share that to the Discord. Okay. Now I just gotta hope that TikTok's doing the thing it should be doing. It says it is. We'll start as soon as I figure this out. I just need to make sure everything's working smoothly. Let's go to TikTok. Profile. It doesn't say I'm live. Oh, there it is. Hold on. It doesn't say I'm live. Oh, there it is. Okay. It doesn't say I'm live. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, I can see TikTok chat now. It's not going in the multi-chat like it should. But hi everyone on TikTok. See a lot of people. Hey, is it showing up now? I see. Okay, hi, Dr. Pop and ADE Woo. I can't read that on YouTube. TikTok, I'm trying to get it so you're showing up on screen. I can't get that to work for some reason. Jeez. Okay, one sec. I'm sorry for the delay. Is it? Hang on. I hope y'all enjoyed my you enjoy my smiley face art on Chrome Music Lab while I try to get this up. Shoot. Okay. OBS, please just work. Oh wait. Give me all the chats. Yeah. Okay, TikTok, keep doing your thing. It should work now. No, we're not seeing it. Oh, dang it. I see make brief song. It's saying when people are joined. Here, I'll try typing something on TikTok. Test. Hey Prism. I'm trying to go live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time and it seems to be having issues. Let me settings, accounts, TikTok. Okay, well, this isn't gonna work supposedly. So TikTok and YouTube will just have to be two separate chats. Okay. If it'll even let me do that. But welcome everyone in. We're going to start reviewing everything in a second. Yeah, I'm trying to get TikTok chat on screen, but it's been having. I downloaded a plugin. Yeah. Bor, I see your message. So I put the Google form on the stream. You should be able to see it. If you submit it to the form, I should be able to review that. Here, I just got one more, so that might be you. I got random stuff, man. Okay. But yeah, TikTok is going to be kind of hard to follow up. Hi, Elite on YouTube. Actually, let me just multi-screen that and that. Close. All right, this is just going to have to do. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So yeah, today I am just going to be reviewing some of your stuff to start off. I'll be trying to keep up with chat. I should see if I get a donation. Y'all can skip the line. If you submit to the form and then donate, I will do yours first. But otherwise, we have this wheel, just like the competition. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more. If you want to submit, I will put your name on the wheel. We're probably only gonna have time to do one submission per person today. I know a few of you submitted two. But yeah, thanks everyone for popping in. If I missed your message, I'm sorry, but welcome everyone. This is new to me. I'm going to try to troubleshoot this a little more tomorrow, apparently. But yeah, let's get started. We are going to spin the wheel and see who we're reviewing first. Portal's up first. I think I saw him in TikTok chat, actually. So, Portal, what do you got for us today? Let's see. Individual. I did not make a spreadsheet like I should have for this. Hold on. Give me a second. It must be beginning, clearly. No, wait, where is Portal's response? Okay, there we go. We got a YouTube video. So Portal said, I made a battle against a true hero. I really love this song since I listened to it 20,000 times fighting Undyne. It was a pain to get through a boss fight the first time I did Genocide route, but I just really like the song. I decided to remake it. Yeah. I got 9,000 on TikTok. Like past few days, Beethoven Virus did pretty well. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I appreciate all my TikTok viewers. It's kind of hard to see your chat. Mr. Halo, welcome. Bullocks Master, hello. I see a lot of you are joining. Feel free to chat. Welcome to the stream, Normal Robot GD. It's good to see everyone. So now we are gonna start looking at some of your stuff. This is Portal's remake of, I already forgot the name. It's a Undertale Deltarune song. It's Battle Against a True Hero. Gosh, I really need to learn the soundtrack. All right. This sounds really good. I'm worried I'm gonna get copyright struck. I don't know what the original sounds like. It's also really well mixed. Oh shoot, do I? Hang on. Yeah, YouTube chat was showing double. Thanks, Prism. Nice harmony. Okay. Yeah, I'll type the link in chat when this is done. Sorry about that, robot. Yeah, holy crap. So that sounded really good. It seems like you have quite the skills in BandLab Portal. Um, yeah, that's really good. I really honestly, I don't have a ton of feedback. I'm curious. I have to listen to the original more. That's the thing. I'm not going to do what I did for the competition and study the originals meticulously because I don't have time for that. Um, but I do think, it's really good. I am curious. I think this is something completely off topic for video format. You have the boss in the front and you have the music in the background with transparency. I think I would prefer just video format. You have the video in the forefront and then have the boss battle in transparent in the corner. That's just me though. Yeah. So I really liked it. I'd have to listen and compare. Ali, if you're in chat, I saw you were there a second ago. Prism, you probably know it as well. They can probably say better than me if this is like super accurate, and I think Elite said this is super accurate. So yeah, honestly, I don't really have I don't have much to give to it because it's a cover, so it sounds pretty accurate. So there's no theory notes. I'm really gonna go into like music theory and stuff probably for the original. So great job, Portal. I'd love to see more of your work. Keep working on this stuff, and yeah, the Band Lab obviously, but Chrome Music Lab is king, of course. uh, yeah. Okay, let me do a few maintenance stuff. Yeah, I'm so unfamiliar with the Undertale soundtrack. It's an issue. I'm going to play Undertale though. Quite accurate, maybe a few mistakes with individual notes. Okay. So yeah, pretty damn accurate. Oh, I thought you were actually playing Undertale. I am not playing Undertale right now. You need to revise your submission. Prism, just resubmit. And I can whatever you submit to the form, I can I'll do that instead. But yeah, let me do this. Let me take the form from OBS. Hold on. Copy that. Cancel. Okay. There we go. That's pinned in YouTube chat. I don't know if I can pin it in TikTok chat, but I'll try. TikTok is not as active as YouTube, but some contents in there live are filtered. Can I turn the filter off? I want to see everyone. I don't have TikTok mods though. That's the problem. Yeah. Does that form link work? That form link should work. I sent song. Can you check, please? Yep, I'll check, robot. Portal, yeah, you cooked. I can't lie. It sounded pretty good. I don't know the original, but it seemed to be pretty accurate. Okay, let's go back to this screen. Let me check y'all's forms real quick. All right, we got a few more submissions. I'll read y'all's names as you submitted. Prosper, I got yours. Normal robot, I did get yours. Let me put you in the wheel. Okay, who else? All right, I resubmitted. Okay, thanks, Prism. Prosper again. It's not mine. Okay, I'm not going to look at that one. I'll look at the one you submitted. Just a little thing I made in 5 minutes. And then Prism, I'm guessing this one's yours. Okay, I got your updated one. Literally made the half of Pickstep last hour. Please give feedback. Okay, I'm looking forward to Pickstep when we get there because I know that one better than like most songs. Okay, I got a question. Okay, finish Electroman Adventures. I don't think I'm going to finish Electroman Adventures, unfortunately, because it didn't seem to do too well. Maybe one day, but it's not as fun. I'm going to work on Flamewall, and that's going to be a challenge in itself. I don't know how long that's going to take. Welcome, TJ. Welcome. The random milk skipper. Random skipper. No, it's not too late to submit, KG. You can use the link in the description, and I'll go ahead and add it to the wheel. How does bro have almost 800 likes? The live has 800 likes. Oh no, I think you can like multiple times on TikTok. I think that's how that happened. You just submitted? Okay, let me add yours. I'll just do that. I know it's you. Yep, we're gonna stick with this for the wheel for now. Let's see. Oh boy, you're in for a treat with KG. What did KG submit? An original C Chrome Music Lab Limit Breaker in E minor. Oh, okay. Excited, but we gotta spin the wheel. That is how this works. All right, next up. We have Chase 108. All right, let's see what Chase 108 cooked up. It's gonna take me a second to get through all these. All right, they submitted 2. They submitted a BandLab one, original song, still one of my best songs, and they submitted Chrome Music Lab of cover. I'll do the BandLab one because I love to look at originals. Even though Chrome Music Lab, excuse me, even though Chrome Music Lab's better, I am looking forward to looking at some originals because that is the theme. The next Chrome Music Lab competition will be the original song competition. So I think that's pretty on brand. So, oh, access restricted. Uh-oh. I do not have a BandLab account. Well, I think I do. I just not logged in. So give me a moment while I turn OBS off so I can log in. This is extremely paranoia inducing. Sorry about the wait. Sign up. Oh gosh, that probably was not a smart thing to do, but y'all couldn't see it. Block. Bro, I do not want to. Oh my gosh. Good God. Okay. I think we're back. Oh, I did not have it. I did not show my password, thankfully, but I did not have that frozen on the vertical stream. Okay, well, I should be fine. I actually kind of want to double check that real quick because I'm paranoid now. I'm sorry for taking forever on this, guys. You just need to give me a second. Yo, Prism, actually, can you do me a favor? Could you go on TikTok and tell me if it looks the exact same as YouTube? Like if it's a horizontal stream or if it's a vertical stream. Because for me it's horizontal, but there should be a vertical as well. So I'm just curious. If you could just let me know, that'd help a lot. Anyway. Can you try remaking Heartaches? aka it's burning memory of the song. I'm not taking song requests. It is horizontal. Okay, good. Good. So no one just saw me type in my email. My password was hidden, but my email would have been shown. Anyway, I'm not doing song requests for this stream. No, you're good. No worries. Have you done defeated circles yet? I have not. Okay, we're gonna listen to this. This is, I can't remember the name. This is Chase 108's original BandLab song. It's an original song they made almost a year ago. Still one of their best songs, but I think there's a bit much going on at the end. So let's listen to it. Okay, I like the drums coming in slowly. Okay. I love that you're putting some variety in the breaks. It's good to hear it's not too repetitive. Like the 3-3-2 rhythm and the synth melody. Yeah, I see the request. I'm not doing requests today, both in TikTok and YouTube chat. We're not doing requests today. We're just doing, I'm just reviewing some original music and covers. Okay, and classic fade out. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well mixed. I really love the sound of the drums. It's definitely you definitely know what you're doing when it comes to the mixing side of things, and I think that's such a it's such a Sarah, yes, I can do Flamewall. That is what I'm doing after this. I do think it's yeah mixed and mastered. I do think it's really well put together. The drums are satisfying, and that's something, especially in my opinion, it's super hard to achieve sometimes. Um, yeah. In regards to harmonic and melodic, I would have to look at the notes to get more specific, but I do think it could use a little bit more variety. I do think it fits the style, and I don't. Uh-oh. Are we back? Are we good? YouTube chat, can you give me some clarification? Are we still live? I have reason to believe we are not still live. My thing just lagged. Yes, we're still live. Okay, it said we disconnected for a second. I think TikTok might have disconnected, but I am not too concerned. There weren't a lot of people on TikTok. Hold on. Give me a moment to troubleshoot. We're still live on TikTok. Okay. Welcome to the stream, Lester Rosales. Okay, cool. We're still good. Thanks for the clarification. Hey, how disconnected again? And we're reconnected. Okay, we glitched again. We should be back. I'm going to end the stream on TikTok because we're not getting a lot of people. So, TikTok, if you are in the TikTok stream, go find Daily Chrome Music Lab on YouTube. That is where we will continue to stream. TikTok is glitching out. And I know streaming on two places at once is causing a bit of issues. So please, if you are in the TikTok stream, you can find the link in my bio under the link tree. I will continue streaming on YouTube, but we are going to end the stream on TikTok. It was a fun experiment while it lasted, but that is going to have to end for unfortunate reasons. Let me go ahead and take care of that. Output stream. Hang on. Docs. Outputs. All right. TikTok outputs gone, and then end live. Failed to end stream. What do you mean failed to end stream? Okay. TikTok should be done. I'm going to confirm this real quick. This is going to make this a lot less stressful for me now that this is... Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a lot more comfortable. Sorry about that, everyone. Can we still resubmit? Yes, you can still resubmit, and I will look at whatever whatever most recent thing you submitted. Okay. This is a lot better. Okay, but yeah. The synthwave, it's very good. I would have loved to hear a little bit more variety, but it's a 3-minute synth song. And there's not much more that you would expect in this genre. Really love the mixing. That's all I got. I appreciate the submission. If you're in the stream, I'm not sure I see you, but definitely appreciate you submitting. So keep up the work. I'd love to see you in the next Chrome Music Lab competition. I think you submitted one of those as well. I wanted to look at the original. Okay. Sorry for the delays, everyone. Next up, we will decide. And then I'll add names after this from the form. Next up is Elites. Y'all are gonna like this, so hold on one second. Yeah, Elite submitted the entire Amori OST. This was a joke. I am not going to listen to the entire Amori OST. However, I am going to pick a song. Actually, I have an idea. I have a better idea. Did I erase Elite? So what I'm gonna do? Imagine he submitted the entire. I mean, I think the Amori OST is actually longer. I'm not. Yeah, it is longer. It's like 2 hours longer. Okay. I think it's like one. How many songs are here? 179. Listen, no, you don't get to choose. You submit the entire video. I'm going to choose something. So if we get something obscure from Black Space, it's your fault for submitting the entire OST. That's what I say. Where do I go to submit a song? The form is in the description and it is on the stream. So just go ahead and click the link in the description and you can submit. Yeah, Elite, this is your fault. You don't choose. I'm kidding. I'm curious to see which one it will give me. But I'll do Underwater Prom Queens. What's 41? Such a time we had together. Oh, okay. This isn't bad. I'm not going to judge this. This is just playing. So you want Underwater Prom Queens? I'll do that. Okay. I know this one pretty well. So I'll be able to judge the cover. Not like you're not going to be accurate. But I am curious to see what you did. Oh, he has multiple layers. Cheating. It's eliminated. I'm kidding. I know. That's impressive you got that. It's accurate. Yep. Okay, I'd have to re-listen to this part, but... There's just transition into it. Is this still the same song? Yeah, okay. It's fading out. We froze the YouTube. Give it a second. This is not actual judge bias. I'm going to give real feedback and I'm going to prove that I am not judge biased. If YouTube will unfreeze itself. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Pause. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're back. Sorry about that. It was just the stream, the YouTube video that was frozen. So yeah, I do think you do a really good job of using the different instruments, of layering. I'm just gonna get this up because I want to do a specific part of layering all the different details. I would have loved to see more stuff added in each individual. Like, even if it's not in the original song, like here, we just have 3 octaves. I'm wondering if we could add like harmonies and stuff. So I want to listen to this. Yeah, it's capturing the layers well. It's, however, I feel like, you know, with Chrome Music Lab, and you have, you know, the lack of reverb, the lack of all the effects you have with the typical DAW. If you just put like a little bit more flair and make, maybe add more notes to each voice instead of having just the 3 octaves and just having the 1 note bass, it could add a lot more energy. I do think it's really good. It's really accurate, and also I'm not going to like you arrange the whole freaking OST, man. Like, you have the right to be a little bit lackadaisical into in arranging this, because it's accurate. It's not like a super polished ultimate cover. I prioritize accuracy most. Yeah. But yeah, overall it's really good, really accurate. I can't give you an 100% certain accuracy score. I don't know this specific song as well as I thought I did, but I think we did pretty good adapting it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to get copy struck again. But yeah, that was Elite's. And we just listened to the entire Amori OST. Definitely, yeah. We're gonna spin the wheel again. Thank you, Elite, for submitting. I appreciate it, even though that was kind of a joke. Let me check submissions. I have a few things in chat. Okay. How far are you into Flamewall? I have not started Flamewall. The plan is I will start Flamewall on stream tonight, hopefully, assuming we have time. Am I gonna do Tidal Wave? Potentially. Right now, I am focused on Flamewall, comparing to the original on stream. Okay, well, I know the original. I was just curious about a specific spot. Don't give me that crap, Sarah. Okay. Prosper resubmitted something. Okay. Okay, let's spin the wheel. I am never judge biased. Emil. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Let's take a look. Email submitted. Actually, I can do this. Copy link. We're judges because we're better at Chrome Music Lab. Exactly. The description for this is... Give me a moment. A short section of Sewer Creature by 0H Point. I made this some months back because the original is so good. I'm not serious about this stuff. I was just messing around and trying to recreate a banger. The part I made starts at 150 in the original. I made a song, but I don't know how to submit it. The link is in the description. It's a Google form. Once you click that, you should be able to submit the link. And the form is also pinned in chat. It is also on the screen, so there's multiple ways. But yeah, this is Emil's short section of Sewer Creature. I don't know the original. I am not going to listen to the original since I don't already know it. But I'll listen to this. Okay, I think I know what that was doing. We got a lament chord progression to all you ball knowledge people. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna treat this like an original and kind of just look at the harmony that doing it, what I think looks accurate and what doesn't. Um, yeah, it seems like what you're doing was pretty much accurate. I could really grasp the chord progression. We have this downward motion, the C, B, B flat, A natural, A flat, G, and then does it go down to the G flat? That's. I want to listen to the beginning again. It's actually funny enough. This is a chord progression that I learned about from Pig Step, which we're gonna look at later. And this is a flat 5 or sharp 4, secondary dominant. So it seems like it's working. I do really like what you're doing, kind of having a bass line and you have the melody. Yeah, I think it's overall, it's a very standard, simple arrangement. I'm wondering if there's probably some more detail you can add here. Like I said, it's a small section. If I'm judging this in a cover competition, I'm really comparing this to the original song, and I'm taking this. I'm assuming we're gonna have a larger file, and I want to see that the section here where there's a lot less going on, a lot less drums, and there's just a lot less energy, is accurate compared to this section where there is drums, there's more voices, there's more notes, and I want to listen to the original song and be able to tell that that's accurate. That was intentional. It wasn't laziness. That this was what they intentionally tried to do. So if you choose to put less notes in one section, it should be very obvious that it was an artistic choice and not a like, oh, I ran out of time type of thing. So without listening to the original, I think this seems like a pretty accurate cover. The chord progression sticks out, and that's good. I really like the bass line, and some of the harmonies sounded a little weird. I'd have to listen to it more. It's always good to check for accuracy in harmonies because it's difficult to tell a lot of times. Once you get the bass line down, it's something, but harmonies is another thing. Yeah, so if I'm judging this for cover competition, I really want to listen to the original and be able to tell that this is the lesser in intensity section compared to this one. And it seems like if that is what the original song's like, you did a good job of that. And I'd love to see a full cover of this if you ever do it. Okay. YouTube chat, what are y'all on? I made a song, but I don't know how to submit it. Okay, I got past that. Do y'all use 16 bars as well, or am I just tripping and it's more than 16 bars? So what you can do is you can do 7 beat measures like this. You can change it to 7 beats per bar, and that essentially gives you 28 measures, but you don't have to do that. You can just do multiple links. If you do more than that, if you change the settings with the developer tools, you are no longer able to save the link. My song is peak. You should submit it if you didn't already. Wait, do y'all use 16 bars? Or if you win the comp, you take over the channel? I did say that, but I said don't quote me on that because it's not true. It's a joke. Why'd you do that? Hi. Don't spam, please. I'm gonna call you Adu. But yeah, please do not spam. We're gonna look at the next one. But yeah, thank you for submitting this. I'd love to see you in the next Chrome Music Lab competition. We got Kazmar's submission. Okay. What do we got here? Kazmar submitted. If I can find it. They said a somber piano song with some dramatic part at the end. It sounds really good, and I think I cooked on it, to be honest. Would appreciate it if you watched. All right. Can't wait. Okay, that's video on both ends. Just a little bit behind. Yeah, Sarah. I'll try to remember. Someone remind me to ping Sarah when when theirs comes up. Yeah, very somber indeed. I like that you added a counter melody on top. Okay. Okay, that's a little scale. We got a motif arpeggio. I like that you changed the chord progression. Okay. Yeah, nice. I really like the vibe. You definitely said it. I don't remember the word you used, but um yeah, it definitely the piano gives it a specific vibe. It's not something that if you're creating music on FL Studio, you're typically focused on, but you have it up in the piano roll anyway, so I might as well bring it up. But your velocity is all very stagnant for the most part. You do some changes, but honestly, I think you'd be surprised with what you could do, what it will sound like if you just take the, I think it's the little wrench right here, and you randomize the velocity just a tad bit to give it a little bit more, and then certain down beats you raise it, and then certain other beats you lower it. Add a little bit, maybe lower the velocity as a whole for the entire thing a little bit. Um, if this is the sound you want, then you keep that sound. But if you're looking for a more realistic piano sound, there's little things you can do to kind of get there. Yeah, I definitely. So you have this chord progression. The one, if we're in minor, it's 1 7 6 7, or if we're in major, 6 5 4 5. Um, and it kind of just repeats with the bass line. And I think you do a good job of mixing that up here. I do wish you kind of in the bass had a little bit more structure in kind of what chords you're going for. I do feel like there's a consistent, not super consistent. I didn't feel the chord progression like I did with some of the other things we've looked at, and that's something that if I'm listening to an original, I want to hear your chords, and I want to hear that you're placing the notes in those chords intentionally. And I'm not saying you didn't do that intentionally, but I like if you're gonna make it consistent or inconsistent, um, you typically want to have some sort of consistency in the way you place those chords. Like right here, what is this note? That's a F sharp, and then you have the next note is that is a C sharp. So you go from fifths. Sometimes your chords are fourths on the bottom, sometimes they're fifths on the bottom, and I think just from a fundamental starting point, you know, if you label your chords before you put in the piano notes, you're gonna find that you do have a lot more direction in your chords. I'm not sure if that makes sense. But yeah, I think your melodies, I think I really like the melodies here. At the end, I feel like it's very stepwise and it works. Um, but it does feel at the end it kind of just is dragging on a bit. But overall, it's really pretty. I really like the vibe that you're going for. Um, I'm not sure how much the vibe fits at the end. I'd love to hear different instruments if you're going to change up the vibe like that. But I'm being nitpicky. Just because I have a lot more to say for yours compared to others doesn't mean it's worse. It just means I'm able to pick out more because I'm looking at FL Studio and this is an original song. But yeah, I think it's really pretty, and yeah, I'd love to see what you do with a little bit more working on the chords and the bass a little bit more. But definitely keep it up. I'd love to see what I'd love to see you submit something in the original competition for Chrome Music Lab. Thanks for submitting. Welcome everyone to Stream New. Inkzoinks, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Mad Spaz, welcome. I'm not sure if you're already here. Frank Man, Jesus, so small. Frank Manny Boy, welcome. We're doing live submission review. Let's see if anyone else submitted the form. Okay. Frank Manny Boy submitted. Okay. And that's the only other new submission. So let me add it to the wheel. I'm going to try to speed up things a little. Whoa. I did not spell that right at all. Okay. You should make She's far title away from Geometry Dash in a different video. Yeah, right now I'm going to be focusing on Flamewall when I'm done with this. So I'm kind of taking it one song at a time at now. But there'll be other streams where I do song requests. Who is it? We got... It's going to be Normal Robot GD. If you're still in the stream, we are doing yours, Normal Robot. Yeah. Let's take a look. You're gonna change your name to Framland. Oh, yeah, you should. Okay. I was about to do Flamewall, but I figured it's too long. Yeah, I didn't know what I was going into until I really looked into it today for the first time. Okay, Normal Robot GD. You will find Outlaw. It is a funny, well-known song, just so you know. Oh boy. There's a possibility I don't know what it is because I live under a massive rock. So, if that is the case, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I do not get the reference. Welcome to the stream, Midnight Nova Star. Alright. And yeah, Robot Man GD. Here is your submission. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ten out of 10, no comments. Thank you for rickrolling my entire stream. I also appreciate that you didn't go find my rickroll from I made one on April 1st. Hi Ty. I'm not even mad yet. Also, are you a Geometry Dash player? I used to be. I used to play Geometry Dash. I used to when I was a lot younger. I haven't been into the game a lot recently, but I am still a little bit involved in the community, but I don't know most of the newer levels and most of the extreme demons. So, I'm learning a lot. Through the Chrome Music Lab stuff in the community. Hi, Azure Flare Fan 7. I'm so sorry if I messed up y'all's names, by the way. I'm really bad at it. But a lot of you just joined just to get rickrolled. But yeah, your cover was accurate and simplistic, and we all recognized it immediately. So you definitely did what you meant to do. Normal Robot GD. Thank you for submitting. I say with no sarcasm in my voice. No sarcasm in my voice whatsoever. All right. Next up. TJ, what do you got for us? I think you have multiple submissions. Can you specify in chat, TJ, which one you want me to do if you submitted multiple? TJ said no. I said the Rick roll thing before he even played it. Mine is hey, you're going after the Rick roll. I think you're good. I know TJ only has one. Okay. No, sorry. I'm getting things mixed up. You might have asked something about submitting more than one. I can't remember. Excuse me for my memory. You submitted. I made a song. I don't know what to name it. It's okay. You are going to get... I forgot to erase your name. You're going to get feedback on how I would judge this if this was in the original song competition. But yeah, welcome everyone new to the stream. If you want to submit something for me to review, the form is in the pinned messages and description. Ty, I did get yours. I forgot to do this. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, if you want to submit something for me to review, I'll put it in the wheel. Eventually, I might have to stop adding names, so maybe in the next 10 minutes, if y'all could submit, and then I'll probably close the form. And then, yeah, we're going to do an original song competition on Chrome Music Lab, probably starting in the next few weeks, maybe a little bit later. It's still in the early stages. So join the Discord if you want to stay up to date with that, or subscribe and you can get more info from that. But I think it would definitely be best if you join the Discord for info on that. Anyway, this is TJ's original song. I'm pretty sure yeah. Let's just listen to it. Okay. Okay, no, that's really cool. I think it's really cool. 240, you maxed out tempo. Welcome, the new cat too, and Mr. Man Music. Welcome to the stream. If you want to submit something for me to review, you can put it in the Google form. Yes, I can do yours. You just got to submit it to the form. Okay, feedback. If I'm listening to this and this is the original Chrome Music Lab competition, I'm off the bat pretty impressed with this as an intro. I would love for you to take this. I would love for you to just take this and make this the intro for something grander. Like put drums in it and build up and like use all the octaves, because you have something that sounds really cool as an intro, I think. One thing that worries me, I think it got fixed up. The rhythm, you do seem to get back on beat, but I do like how you kind of accelerate into the tempo you want. So yeah, I don't think it's bad at all. I think this works as a intro to something that you can make really cool. I would be really impressed with this as an intro. So I don't really have any comments. You have a motif to work with. So if you take this and then you incorporate this motif in different ways, you don't just repeat it in the exact same sense. You could invert it. Like this is classical stuff, but if you just take this and then instead of going down like that, you could go like stuff like that. Just have fun with it. Play around it. When the original song competition, there's really no limits to what you can do. So I'd love to see what you could do with a full version of this. Spend a lot of time on it. I wouldn't be upset, and it's not against the rules to submit this for the original song competition when that happens. But I will say you won't have the full rules until that starts. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I don't think you should diss it. I think this is really cool. I need to enhance my vocabulary and say things better than pretty and cool and good, because I should be able to use English better at this point. You should take them and put them into chords. Yeah, I'd love to see some cool chordal harmony over this. But I do think it's really cool. I need to stop saying that. Okay. Yep, like I said, welcome everyone. If you want to submit something to the form, it's in the description. It's also pinned in chat. I will check maybe 2 more times after this, and then I'm going to close the form down. Do we have any more responses? So far, we do not. So if you want yours reviewed, go ahead, submit now. I'm going to close the form soon. All right, time to spin the wheel. And it's going to be Ty right after TJ. Okay, I think... Wait, normal robot was the Rickroll, right? Did I forget to delete it? Yeah, okay. That's gone. I've never used Chrome Music Lab before, but how do you play a certain part of this song? Anytime I go back to play it. No, it was almost you. It was Ty to Guy, but it was like right in between the line. So when I erased his name, it landed on you. But Ty is next. How do you? So if you're on PC, you can use the arrow keys to move, or you can use the Song Maker toolkit. Those are the only 2 options. Other than that, you really can't start in the middle of a song. It's really annoying and really stupid. That's Chrome Music Lab for you, and it's why we love it so much. But yeah, I use the arrow keys when I need to. I've gotten pretty used to the functionality of it. I don't think I've ever seen a DAW this simple. Yeah, listen, I'm someone who is looking into doing music production for a career. Like, I'm in college learning how to do music production officially, and I'm over here making Chrome Music Labs for some reason. There's something nice about the simplicity of it. But yeah, next up we have Ty to Guy. What did you submit? So this is my newly made CML cover of TV World. I've previously made a version of the song in short, but I revamped it and made the whole song. Ascore coming soon, trust. Alright, can't wait. Obviously, like I've said probably 72 times at this point, I am unfamiliar with the Undertale and Deltarune soundtracks. To the point where I have to say Undertale and Deltarune because I never know which one it's from. So, y'all will know how accurate this is better than I will. Elite, if you're still lurking in the chat, I'm not sure you are. You can always back me up and tell me how accurate it is. Yeah, I'll respond to chat after I listen to this. Okay, that's a cool chord. You posted this 7 minutes ago? Bruh. Oh, you mean you submitted to the form. I thought you meant you like posted this on YouTube 7 minutes ago. So you were layering the electronic and the kit drums on top of each other. That was cool. I think it could have been it didn't sound as great as I think you would want it to, but it was a cool idea and a cool effect. I think it's maybe a little more sync now than it was. Nitpicky detail. This is fire. If I had said it. Your piano bass is definitely very groovy. I agree. It's I'm vibing along to it. Nice. Yeah, this is a very cool song from the OST. I have never heard it. I've never heard TV Time, so that was my first impression of it, and it sounds like a very groovy song. I've heard it's a pretty popular one, so I definitely think, yeah, I think it's really cool. I don't have many comments. I do think, like you said, it's your first time doing the layer of the drums. Initially, I was very confused on why you had two things with drums at the same time because I didn't see that it was kit and electronic for a second, but that makes more sense. Definitely no need to do that to layer drums if they're the same drum. Um, but yeah, I think overall like it's very good. You do a very good job at layering all the different Chrome Music Lab instruments, and I'm not sure if you're putting this in a DAW to mix it at all, or if it just naturally mixes well because all the instruments are part of the same system. But and it's also very thin, so it might just be that. But the instruments sit well on top of each other, and yeah, I really enjoyed listening to it. It's a great first impression of TV World. I have never heard it, so great work, Ty. If I'm judging this for well, I can't judge this for a Chrome Music Lab competition because if I was, you broke the rules. But I think you do a great job at breaking the rules. You executed the layering really well, and yeah, I think there was one edit that like one cut that I feel like could have been a little bit more clean. I'm not sure how you execute the cuts. But just an idea, because this is my process, is that when I'm exporting my videos, when I'm making my videos for Chrome Music Lab, I export all of the files as WAV files, and I put that in a DAW like FL Studio, but you don't need to use FL. You can use probably an editor, and then align the audio files, and then realign the videos muted on top of the audio files, and that will allow you to really make sure the audio is precise because sometimes the video and audio is a little off, and it'll make it so the cuts are sometimes it will make it so you have less error with the cuts. I use CapCut to string it all together. Yeah. So if you just like detach the audio and video, you might get a little bit more control. That's really my only last thing. Don't know the original, so I don't have comments on accuracy. I'm sure if you DM Elite, he could tell you, but I also know you've been doing this for a while, and I've seen you with other covers, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. And yeah, great work on layering everything. I think it sounds really good. Thanks for submitting. I can't wait to see the next things you put out. All right, chat. I need to catch up on chat. A lot of talking. Jeez. I've been doing I understand FL Studio and other complicated music stuff, but simple stuff like this breaks my brain. That's real. FL Studio for 5 months, and before that I made other. Yeah, I'm mainly an FL Studio user from trade, but I'm also learning Pro Tools for school, and then I've been using Chrome Music Lab for a while. And then what else? Chrome Music Lab is like Geometry Dash with start position. Yeah, pretty much. We don't really have that. I think First Song by Roga would have potential for Chrome Music Lab. Yeah, I got the message the first time. I'm not doing requests today though. I saw the stalemate cover today and it was sick. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, we're caught up. I will be more efficient this one day. Okay. This is going to be my second to last time checking the form. So, what that means is I'm going to add these next two names to the wheel. And if any of you want to add your name to the wheel for this stream, do it now before I look at it again, because I'm going to close the form after that. Because I can't be up for forever. I'm probably not going to get the Flamewall today, unfortunately. Maybe a little bit, depending on how quick I go. But there's been a lot of submissions midstream, and that's fine. That's kind of what I wanted. But we may not get the Flamewall. So yeah, Nathan Craft and Newcat, I have gotten y'all submissions. I'll check the form one more time after this next submission, and then I'm going to close it. Cool. Let's do it. We are going to look at Prosper submission. It's 10 minutes long. Jeez. Okay. Nathan, I may not be able to look at your whole thing. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Okay, Prosper. Also, you're good for being late. Prosper submitted multiple. Okay, one of them they said it's not theirs. They have this thing. They said just a little thing they made in 5 minutes. All right. Okay, let's listen. All right. Yeah, it's a nice little thing for 5 minutes. So, we're talking about music making from God, that's yours. Yeah. Yeah, so we're looking at this. I'm thinking you got these drums. I'm not sure. I'm going to judge this like I would anything else. So we want to really make sure we have some sense of groove, I think. And 1 3 1 3 1 1 1 1 1. It seems like you establish that eventually in the kick and snare. Really the biggest thing is when you're making these when you're making songs, especially on Chrome Music Lab, because you only have really one layer of canvas, you want to kind of start with a simple element. And honestly, I think repeat something a lot until you get the gist of it. What this is what is known as through composing, where you kind of just like you don't have as much structure, which is fine as a format, but when you're first getting started, it's good to kind of look for something that the listener can kind of grab onto and feel it's familiar. That can be simple as a motif that's like, or in the drums, just kick, snare, kick, snare. Can you save mine till last or later at least? I'm almost done with third link. Yeah, Prism, I'll just let me know when you're done, Prism. Yeah. But yeah, when you're starting off, you want to make sure you have some elements to lay the foundation, and that will give you a much more firm it'll give you a much firmer what's the word, foundation to your song. So I really had trouble grasping that core idea with this song. Obviously, you said you didn't spend much time with this, which is fine. So definitely work with simpler elements first, and then build off of that is what I would say. But yeah, thanks for submitting. I'd love to see what you do in a with a little bit more time, spending a little bit more time placing down one element at a time. All right. I am going to close the form now. So if you have not submitted, I am sorry, but I have been streaming for over an hour and I cannot review everything in the world. So you're no longer accepting responses. And Prism, when you're done, if you're still listening, just DM me the final thing because I closed the form. All right, let's spin the wheel. Of course. Okay. We're skipping Prism for now. Close. Spin again. I swear. Oh my gosh. It's gonna land on him again. It's landing on him every time. We're removing him from the list. Jeez. Prism, you need to go now apparently. Alright, KG Music. If you're still in the stream, you are. I see you. Okay. We're going to look at yours now. Let me find it. Okay. An original CML limit breaker in E minor. Okay. Oh, I watched the first, like, 40 seconds of this I wasn't sure if you're gonna do this in the competition, so I didn't want to listen to the whole thing. Um, you said wait. But yeah, this video comes as a request from Red, who has been subscribed to my channel since the first week I started uploading. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I listened to a little bit of this, but I probably will competition this one. Okay, do you want to submit something else then instead? Gotta go in 10 minutes though. Okay. Sure. Okay. KG, if you could just shoot, you're not on Discord. Do you have another YouTube link? Could you send the YouTube link in yeah. Yeah, do that. Excuse me. Nathan, you've got to go in 10 minutes, but you submitted a 10-minute 10-minute submission. I may review like a chunk of yours, Nathan, and then you can go back and watch the stream replay whenever you have time. Megalovania cover? Okay. I'll find your Megalovania cover. The part 2? Part 1 or part... Is there a part 1? Yeah, part 2. Okay. Okay, you added some stuff, I see. That's cool. Alright. It's a little quiet. Nice. A little breakdown. The arpeggio and the bass, classic. We have a collision of all of the things going on at once. It's definitely chaotic. Whew. Yeah, I can tell this took you a while. I love your chromatic parallel chords, like here. Yeah. Dude, this is sick. Oh, I love that you kept that in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was great. Okay, I have a few nitpicky things. We have similar styles, and you've been doing this for a while, so I know you're really good at the Chrome Music Lab stuff. I also think I saw you posted like a piano video the other day, so you have a bit of a classical background, and same here. So I think we can meet on similar level. Okay, I want to talk about this first. This is really cool. This is really good. But one thing, you have like 17 note chords. Obviously, it's only 3 notes in different layers. I think one thing that might help a little bit, and even though it might make it look a little bit messy, is you take the melody in these top lines and put it in the middle lines as well on top of the chords. And listen to how that sounds. You can always erase it if it doesn't sound good. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like the chords were overpowering the melody just a little bit. So yeah, I do think it works. I think it's just maybe from a balancing issue. You have, it looks like 3 different octave layerings of chords, only 2 of the melody. I think if you put one of the melodies in the middle of this, it would look crazy messy. Listen to it, see how it sounds. I'm very curious. It might make it better. Love your distortion kick of course, I've seen a lot of people do this. I've never done this. I love your parallel. Well, this is just a D minor chord. D F A. Yeah. Wait, is that? I don't know these notes. D C B B flat A. Yeah. D minor, and then it's the da 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 the chromatic thing. But you're making the whole chord chromatic. I like it. I think you do a really good job at taking all the motifs of the entire song and just kind of scrambling them all over the place in your own artistic way. And I think it's really cool how you do that. So if I'm looking at this for a cover competition, I'm really impressed at your way of doing that. Me and the judges had a conversation pre-cover comp and said, like, Megalovania covers have to be good because there's already like 20,000 of them that exist in Chrome Music Lab. But I think you do a really good job on this one. Off the bat, I could tell you were adding your own details, and you obviously went crazy for the finale, and I really like it. Yeah, thank you for submitting it. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to see what you do for CMLC2. All right, what do people say? I'm impressed that this doesn't sound horrible. Yeah, it's definitely an art form to be able to put all of your notes in one instrument and make it sound good. Sticking to FL, thanks. All right, spin the wheel again. Yeah, of course. Next up is Red. I don't think Red's in stream, but he can always go back and look at it later. An attempt at a limit breaker. He says, I want your honest opinion on it. All right. All right, we ready? I'm just going to check a few things. Okay. Ooh, nice thing the kicks there. We definitely have a familiar chord progression. Oh my gosh. I recognize this. Love the arpeggio work. Did you just change key on me? Whoa, wait, what was that? Yeah, we're in major now. Okay. Woo! Okay. Hang on. There's one part I was trying to circle back to. And I can't remember why I wanted to circle back. Oh, yeah. Okay. Congratulations on 800 subs, by the way. Yeah. Okay. So it seems like, Red, you have this moment here where you have a sudden burst of energy. And then it cuts back for a second. So what I would love to see here is if the drums match that. I'd love to see the drums go in halftime here. I think it would be a cool touch. Just because that way it sounds a little bit more intentional that you're kind of cutting back from the energy. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but with Chrome Music Lab, you have to be so meticulous with, and I've said energy so many times in like all the competitions and stuff, and probably another 1,000 times in the Discord call with the judges for the finalist. But we're really looking for people who know how to show not only a surplus of energy but a lack of energy when you want it. So right here, I think if you took off the kick on every other beat, it would kind of give more of a push and pull effect that would really be effective. That was my biggest thing. I really like what you did here. People in chat are saying that there's a lot of references. Yeah, I don't know the references. Let me see. Is there? No. Killer Queen reference, Electric Explosion reference, a lot of things. But yeah, I think it sounds really good. It's really well executed. I have a few. That was like examples like what I just said there. Might know that Flip the Sheet confirmed Nathan Kratz world ending asteroid. Wait, what? Might know that Flip the Sheet combined Nathan Kraft's world ending asteroid and my electric explosion. I'm not quite sure what that means. That might just be a bunch of titles I'm unfamiliar with. But yeah, thank you for submitting. It seems like you really know how to put some original creativity into your work. I can't wait to see what you do for CMLC2. Thanks for submitting. All right. Next up. My voice is getting a little tired. I'm gonna try to speed up. I did not take KG off of the list. She combined Nathan Kraft's song, World, and merged with my song. Gotcha. Okay. So Random Stuff Man's next. KJ Music and Red both already went. Okay, there's a lot less here than I thought. Random Stuff Man. Glad you're still in the stream. I'm not sure if you're already here, but welcome if this is your first time speaking in chat. Let me find your thing. Finale from the Undertale OST. This is easily the biggest project I've made so far, despite being one of the shortest songs. The second half of the video has 15 tabs playing at once. God. Alright, KG, take care. Thanks for staying on the stream. But jeez, 15 tabs at once? Can't wait to see this. Oh, lovely thumbnail. Is there no... Okay, you are going to show them. Cool. This sounds like the original. I feel like I'm going to get copyrighted. It does sound really good and really a lot like the original. Good job with the effects. The reverb and stuff. I feel like I'm being spoiled. Ooh. Love the editing work, by the way. Yeah. This took like 20 hours, I'd bet. That's really good, dude. This was really good. I'm actually a little bit familiar with Finale because it was in one of the CMLC one submissions, so I listened to it a bit. And yeah, I can't remember the instrumentation, but dude, the way you put this together with the effects and everything, like I really don't have any notes, honestly. I think you did a really good job and everything, and I love the visual editing too. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have a lot of notes. I'd love to see what you could do with one file because that's kind of what I look for. Is I like seeing what people can do in one file. Limit yourself and push yourself to the limits within one file. I guess that's kind of the point of like limit breakers and stuff. But overall, it's really good. And yeah, thank you for submitting that. I'm sorry I don't really have any feedback. It's really polished and there's a lot going on. All right. Is this everyone that's... I didn't miss it this time. You did not. You have not gone yet, Hex. Alright, next we are going to be doing Nathan Craft. I think, Nathan Craft, are you still in stream? I know you said you had to go. You have a 10-minute cover, you've told me. We'll see. Oh, is this the Rushy that you were talking about? It says Recreation of Sheet Music Boss's 4 million subscriber special. Hey, it does not mean yours is perfect. It means I would have to take another hour to find the problems with it. No, but it was really good. Good job, random stuff. Have gone away 3 times. For now. No, okay. Not Rushy. Oh, I think it was just called 4 million notes or something. Only took about 2 weeks though. Okay. Yeah, I will... Nathan, do you have a preference on which section I listen to? Because I'm only going to listen to a part of it. I'll let you choose like a timestamp if you want. I'll check some things while I wait. Fiction. Wait, what? Section 3 and 4. Is there timestamps? 4:30. Okay, cool. I'll start from there. I'll play like 2.5 minutes. Nice. I'm wondering if this is like a medley of multiple songs or if it's just a big original. Either way, it sounds like it's accurate. This sounds like typical sheet music boss writing. Love your use of drums, kind of building up the momentum, because I know that's not in the original. I'd love to see you experiment with, instead of the double notes in the melody, just adding an octave. It may not be accurate to the piano transcription, but it might make it sound a little less choppy. Okay. Nice tempo change. We'll stop there. Yeah. It seems like it's a pretty accurate transcription. There might have been a few rhythmic things that were a little off, but overall it seems very accurate. If I'm judging this for a competition, and we've said this so many times for competitions, and obviously you were doing this for your own, this wasn't for the competition, but we would look for less about length. Length is not a thing we're looking for, and more about details within a smaller section. So I'd love to see kind of bigger contrasts in bigger sections and smaller sections. But if we're talking about overall accuracy, I don't know the original, but I think it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty it sounds like everything musically fits and fits the style. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't have any comments other than that. Definitely a lot of dedication. Some parts with a lot more notes I can see, since I'm not looking at the whole thing. Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah, great work though. I'd love to see you join the Discord and, discuss some of the Chrome Music Lab if you're not already there. Yeah, and then we'll have the competitions up. I'd love to see what you do there. So thanks for submitting. Hope to see you around more. It's good work. And yeah, it seems like you've been doing some of this stuff for a while. All right. We got 6 more. Prism, whenever he's done. Yeah, we do have a Discord server. Discord server, the link is in the description. We'd love to have you, and that is where we're going to host most of the information for the Chrome Music Lab competitions and also game nights and stuff. So, love to see you all on the Discord server. Bye, Nathan. Take care. But yeah, y'all should join the Discord server. That's definitely, we have a good community there. Almost 200 members and a lot of Chrome Music Lab users. So yeah. All right, let's spin it. All right, Sarah. Sarah, wake up. Sarah, wake up. I need to ping him. I remember this. I saw you join, Mr. Man. Thanks for joining. Welcome to the server. Would you ever do this again? Probably. Probably not for a little bit. But I definitely think I would do this again. Sarah, your turn. Oh, you're here. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Okay, cool. I don't need to ping you. Yeah, it's your turn. I think you submitted multiple things. Or you were just talking about it maybe. I don't remember. Responses, summary. Sarah. Yeah, you said Sarah and then Sarah again. Which one do you want me to do if you submitted 2? I forgot to submit the third one. You don't get 3. Just tell me which one. Do you like Undertale? I am very unfamiliar with both of them. I think you labeled your Undertale song just the Undertale song. Wait, could I submit the video? Calamity soundtrack Spain. We are no longer taking submissions for today, unfortunately. Let's go with again. What? I have a feeling because I only submitted only a part. My man, I love Calamity. Sarah, you didn't specify which one you want. Do you want the Calamity one? Sarah again. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean now. Sorry. Okay. From the person named Sarah in parentheses again. Calamity mod in Band Lab. So I don't know the original, obviously. But I'm sure it's gonna be fire. I also know you're more familiar with Band Lab, so. Oh, no, Band Lab? I don't know. These music sites are killing me. Okay. cool harmonies in the song. Ooh. Okay, is that a banjo? Okay. We love BandLab free instruments. Yeah, I figured. Because I'd love to see what you could do with like some real DAW plugins. Because you're doing a really good job with what you've got at your hand in BandLab. Too much money. That's fair. The piano sounds nice. I'm curious to see how accurate the instrumentation is to the original, because it's definitely interesting at times. No, I know, but like the banjo over there. But you do a really good job with what you got. You also do a great job at mixing the drums in the back. I can really hear the detail that you put into that. Yeah, not really. The instruments aren't accurate. Okay, that's fair. Like you said a few times, BandLab free instruments. Yeah, I'd love to see one day what you could do with, like, you know, it's also a practice. There's a saying in music production, like, it really doesn't matter what plugins you have. It's really all about, you know, the skill. And I think it's true to an extent, but it definitely, you can learn a lot from having a lot at your hands. So sometimes, like for me, Prism, welcome back. Okay, DM it to me, Prism. The form's closed. Or just DM me all 3 links. I'll add you back to the thing. But yeah, they say that, you know, it doesn't matter what plugins you have at your hands. What matters is the musician. And I think that's true to an extent, but I also think you can learn a lot from having a lot at your hands. And for me personally, I don't think I'd be as good at arranging things for like smaller ensembles. In Chrome Music Lab, for example, where it's only one... Sorry, I'm going to unpin the form because I just realized it's closed now. Where it's only one instrument at a time. But overall, I can't speak to the accuracy. People in chat are saying it's accurate. And I think you do a really good job at mixing from what you can. I'd love to see what also you can do. I don't know what the access to plugins in BandLab is, but having a little bit more control over the reverberation of some of the instruments, it kind of felt like some of them stuck out more at times, like in the beginning. I think the synth felt a little too loud. This is not the right song. There we go. As little piercing in the front, so I would turn it down a little, maybe add a little bit of reverb. I don't know how possible that is in BandLab, but stuff like that. Just experimenting around a little bit more with effects, I think can take you a long way. It's very difficult, but yeah, sound fonts. I get it. But I can't mix them. Yeah, I get it. It's hard. But that's what I got. Thanks for submitting. Can't wait to see more of your work in the future. Prism, I will add yours. I have not gotten a DM from you yet, but still very new to music production. Hey, we all start somewhere. I'm definitely no expert, and I've been doing it for 8 years, so. All right. We love BandLab autoplay for real. Okay. New Cat, if you're still in chat, it is your turn. We didn't already do this one, did we? No, we have not. Okay. Oh, you did running the show. Okay. I did that one. I am very familiar. If this is the one I think, if this is the one who's running the show, which I'm familiar with. All right. Yeah, okay, hang on. You said you had the whole song, but you could only put the parts. Wait, did you submit more than one link? Am I blind? Hold on. Give me a moment. The form sometimes condenses it. I did all the parts, but I can't put them all, so enjoy. Do you have them on YouTube video? Yeah, the timing's off. The problem is you can't adjust tempo. I thought you could only put parts, not videos. Oh, you can put, yeah. I didn't clarify that. I mean, you have to submit links, so I wouldn't want to download a file. But if you can send the YouTube link in if you could send a YouTube link in chat, or I can try to find it real quick. If you have it submitted, you do have it submitted. Okay. I found the YouTube video on your channel. Do you want me to look at the YouTube video on your channel? I can do that. I think I looked at this. Yeah, I did look at this a little. All right, we'll start from where we left off. Cool. Yeah, okay. I think so. There's a few note errors, obviously, but that's fine. Pitch wise, you did you did a great job of getting the pitches mostly accurate. I'm not sure if you use like sheet music or another video of like piano cover or whatnot, but either way, for the most part, you did a very good job of getting the right notes. I do think, I don't know what your music background is. Mr. Daly, can you flip a coin for me? And Lazy, heads. The answer is heads. Yeah, so I'm not sure what your music background is. I do think you would benefit from trying to read a transcription of sheet music for this and kind of understanding the theory behind it and where to place the notes rhythmically. I used a video. That makes sense. Which ready again? Okay, heads again. I'm making this up in my head. Yeah. I think, just looking at sheet music would help you place the notes a little bit better. Because I think the pitch is very accurate. There's a few errors, but the pitch is more accurate than the rhythm. The rhythm definitely felt off at times. So that's the first thing I'd say, is that I think if you pay a little bit more attention to the rhythm, and I know it's so hard because it's so hard to undo and fix things in Chrome Music Lab, but that's one thing. And then the other thing is, I think at the end, it's obvious this is a long song. It's hard to do the whole thing. But there's times like in these spaces where I think you could put some more detail and kind of fill in the space. I love to hear that because I think you do a good job of that at the beginning, but I'd love to hear a little bit more towards the end. But overall, it's a very accurate cover, and I just rhythmically it could use a little bit more precision. But great work. It's cool to see other people do this. It's made to come up to enjoy. Yeah, so keep it up. I think starting with smaller sections might be beneficial. Like when I made this cover myself, I started with the second verse. When the tempo really starts sticking, right after here. I started right here, and you see now it feels a lot more stable. Try to clap along, snap along. I don't know if it's delayed from the stream, but whatever. The point is, start off with a smaller section. Try to get all the details in that section. Try to make a smaller song perfect first before trying to make a bigger song better, if that makes sense. That's my advice to you. I think this has a lot of potential, and you could really go a long way if you nail the rhythm down, and yeah, spend a little bit more time with the details. But overall, it's very good. Thanks for submitting. A very familiar song. Very easy for me to give feedback on that one because I personally made a cover on that. David ain't reviewing mine. Yeah, if yours is on the list, I don't think you're doing. Can you do two? I'm not doing. Dude ain't reviewing it. I had a Google form. Unfortunately, I have to end stream soon, so I'm not going to add any more to the list for this stream. I may do this again some other time. John DCMO, can you ascend to 4D before you play mine? What? I don't think you can do that. I need to hear a Risk of Rain 2 cover. I am not taking song requests for this stream, unfortunately, but we're going to do these last 5, and then I'm going to end stream. I'm not going to get to Flamewall tonight because it's taking longer than I anticipated, which is fine. But I do need to go to bed eventually. But thanks for sticking in chat for those who are here. We got 4 more. We just did New Cat. Sorry. We have 4 more. Let's do it. All right. Flips cover. With a bad name. I forgot how to sleep. Oh, yeah. That's fair. No, my schedule's just messed up. Okay, Flip submitted 2 things, and I don't think they're awake or here for me to... Here, let me check if they're up. Flip is not online. Okay. I will pick for them then, because I only have time for 1. They submitted 1. This was supposed to be a battle theme for a TV show, Making with a Friend. It's a YouTube video. And then this is a song I made in 6/8. I'll do the first one they submitted. Oh, this is here. Okay. All right, let's listen to it. Oh, I forgot to read the description. Sorry. They said this was supposed to be a battle theme for a TV show I'm making with a friend. However, the melody didn't suit either of the fighting characters, so it became scrapped, and I finished it myself to post it on YouTube. All right, perfect. I love the counterpoint between the two melody lines right there. Ooh. I'd love to hear the drums a little bit louder. Okay. Chord progression sticks out. Arpeggio. A very recognizable motif. I can see what you were going for with the TV show idea. And then two lines that go pretty well together, but contrast a little. Ooh, key change. I do think the bass is a little muddy at the bottom. I think you can maybe... Whew. That caught me off guard. Wow. Yeah, I think one nitpicky thing, I think the bass might be a little bit low, a little bit muddy at the bottom. Not sure if you have access to plugins and stuff, but I think your compositional skills are advanced enough for me to start saying, like, hey, you should, if you don't already, look into, like, EQs and stuff, if you have that in this is beatbox. I don't know if beatbox has EQs, but it's kind of a cool concept. It's a very music production concept, like trying to make sure the instruments go well together. And also a big part of that is there's a lot of empty space here, and you're using the high range and the low range, and it sometimes makes it makes it sound a little bit too how do I describe it? I think the biggest thing is the bass, because when you have too many notes that are too low, it creates that mud. So you could try to fix that with an EQ, but the other thing is you could keep the lowest bass notes and then take some of these notes and just raise them up an octave and see what that does. From an orchestration standpoint, something that we're taught when orchestrating things is kind of to like not leave spaces open like this if you're going to have both of these lines. If we're talking about filling up an ensemble, you don't really want to have a really high voice and a really low voice unless it is what you're going for a specific effect. And I think you can get more effective intensity if you put some of these bass voices in the middle and then really have these are already sticking out really well. I think the bass is just a little bit muddy. But overall, the composition's really good. I don't have much compositional things. Your composing is definitely good, and yeah, I really like it. You have a very clear motif here that you use, and I think it represents the original characters that you were originally trying to kind of show with the melody, the motifs. And then you have this very this chord progression that sticks out very much by eliminating all the other voices and having two lines and then adding them slowly back in. So it's very effective compositionally. Just a few mixing things at the end. I think you could clean it up a little bit there, and I think it would be next level. But overall, it's very good. I'm familiar with beatbox, and yeah, this is great. Thanks for submitting, Flip. All right, we got Prism. If you're there, I still need your third link if you haven't submitted it already. I need it in my Discord DMs. I'll message you actually. I don't know if it's going to land on you next, but we spin the wheel. And we got Frank Manny. Frank, I'm so sorry. No worries, Mr. Man. Take care. I will not sleep until my music is heard. Well, I got news for you. It is your turn. Okay. Where am I? It's a work in progress, but I'm making Orbit. Okay, I know this one. I do know this one. I've heard multiple Chrome Music Lab covers of Orbit at this point, which is fine. It's just, it's very cool to know a lot of people are doing this. It definitely looks familiar. All right, let's listen to it. Prism, check your DMs. Nice. You have a great start. Seems very accurate. I'd love to hear a little bit more. I don't know. You have 2 layers. Maybe I'm just used to hearing the doubling in the bass. Maybe I'm just used to hearing like multiple notes and you didn't do that, which is fine. I think it's good. I don't really have much notes. It's very accurate. I think maybe if you did do this, it would help and make it feel more intense like the song is. But it seems like these are accurate. These notes are accurate. And yeah, obviously you've got a long ways to go to finish the song, but so far you've got a great start. And I can't wait to see what the final version looks like. Yeah, thanks for submitting. Prism, I'll just do you last. I want to make the full thing, or at least 90% of it, because some stuff isn't possible in Music Lab. Yeah, but like it's good to try and see what you can do to adapt to Music Lab. But yeah, Hex, if you're in the stream, we're gonna do yours next. I'm gonna spin until we land on you. I'm gonna go to bed. So see ya. Yeah, of course. Take care. And yeah, we are gonna do Hex now. You're here. Sweet. And you sent a song that plays when you battle your microwave. Okay. Can't wait. We got a tiny URL. This is a lot to look at. I am just going to enjoy this music and not pay attention to the numbers on the screen. Okay. I love the effects on the synth. Alright, we're layering. I love the sliding, the portamento. Okay, speeding up. building up. That's great. That's a great touch at the end. And to make that on Jukebox, that's cool. I was not aware of Jukebox's game or your game on Jukebox particularly. Jukebox is popping off here. Hex and Jukebox, the double team. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I love the theme, the battle with the microwave. It's definitely a big scary microwave. I love the concept. You do a really good job of taking kind of this arpeggiated 1-3-5 motif and using it a lot. Harmonically, I would love to see maybe a little bit more on that end. Maybe like a melodic breakdown. Like, I don't know. I could listen for more of the details, but it really stuck out. Maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little bit repetitive. But from a mixing standpoint, all these instruments and synths and the sliding notes, it's all very satisfying. And also, I noticed the quiet drums in the background, kind of in my left and right ears. It's very satisfying. It fits the genre well, and yeah, I think it's really good. I'd love to see just kind of a little bit more melodic experimentation, I guess the best way to put it. But I think it's very effective at what it does and what it's getting at. If you're going for something like a video game soundtrack, like Microwave Battle, I don't know exactly what your original intention was. I'm not sure how much this works with the kind of the break in the middle where it gets quiet for a second. But that's just kind of. I'm guessing this is more for you. More project for fun, and if that's the case, yeah, you did really good, and I think as its own thing, it's really impressive. So thanks for showing it to me. I don't really have any other notes. Thanks for. Geez, I need to stop saying the same things. Thanks for submitting this, Hex. Yeah, and we got one more. Prism. Whatever you got. You have until... Oh, I got a DM. Not done, please. Okay, we got an unfinished pig step. Boom. You didn't let him try again. I'm not sure if you're here, Prism, but it landed on you 3 times in a row, and I had to take you off the wheel because of it. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. I saw that, yeah. Alright. It's a good song. Good old pig step. Let's listen. And then... Ooh, okay, nice touch. Okay, kind of melody. Oops. Ba-dum. Favorite part, by the way. Nice. You got the arpeggio going. Yeah, and then it goes back to this. I'll help you out here. That doesn't do that. Okay, it ends there. Yeah. Very accurate, very good. I think there's one note I had at the lament chord progression. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Wait, I wasn't done getting the flute harmonies for the third, I think. Yeah. So that's knee flat, F sharp. Wait, it's a B major chord. B. Yeah, so it's... This is what it is. What do you mean? It's a... I was just reading your notes. I mean, I could be off, but I know that the chord is B major. Yeah, it is. Either way, it might not be, but that's kind of how I've learned it. So I'm being picky because that's how I've always covered it. So I could be wrong. Actually, I wanna do this now. I wanna figure this out. Because functionally, it's a 2 chord. Da, 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 da. It's the E flat. And then... There is an A very faintly in the background. You're right. But it's very faint. And also functionally, I guess it's the 7th of a B chord. Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. But this sounds good too. That's all I'm gonna say. You did a good job. I don't really have much notes. Yeah. It's functionally, because it's a 5 of 5. So what you're doing is a 5 7 of 5. There was a thing I had. Oh yeah, I'd love to hear. Kind of mimicking like the percussion in the background. Yeah, bum. The weird thing. I don't know. I don't think you want to put a note up here. Wow, that's high. Do you like the parts I added? I do. I'm wondering if there's a specific remix. Dude, I can't remember. I know it's not a snare, but like it just feels empty without it. I can't explain it. There's a specific remix. I can't remember. His name starts with a Q. Not Quicksilver. Just, no, literally, just Q. Whose name? Kumu. This guy. I wonder if you get inspiration from this. If not, you should listen to this remix because it does something similar with the counter melodies at the end. So if you haven't heard this, I think it's cool. All of that was original, so I somehow copied something. No, I'm not saying you copied it, just inspiration. Kind of with what he's doing with the counter melody. That's just what it reminded me of. I think it's cool. Wait, Lamel, that's kind of accurate to what I did. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. But like also because there's so much empty space in those sections, and because it's Chrome Music Lab, and the empty space kind of does a lot. Look at the second link. Yeah, you're right. You did the thing on the top here. Here. Yeah, same idea. I think it works better in this section because of the empty space, because like ba da da da, and there's just a pause in the melody. I do think you could layer this in a specific way that really brings out the specific. I'm not gonna find it in the right spot, probably not, but. This. Yeah, okay, so the counter melody is like, whoa, how did that happen? I'm putting it above to make it clear. Bum, 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 bum. Two. This. That kind of melody, that kind of counter melody really sticks out. I wish I heard that maybe a little bit more down here. That's really the other last tiny detail. I can be really nitpicky with this. Yeah, well, that's I did. Yeah, okay, I get it. I hear you. I'm just being nitpicky because I know the song really well. But yeah, great work. I'm realizing how much this song kind of sucks for CML. I can't lie, because there's so much empty space, and like these long notes specifically don't really sound super great, but I don't know what else you would do. It's such a like atmospheric sound in the beginning. Yeah, that's about all I got. Who DM'd me? No, that's not a DM. I literally said I didn't have to. Okay, fair. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I hear you. But you were last. I'm not sure there's much people left. It's late. But yeah, that took a lot longer than I expected. When I started the stream, there was like 14 submissions, and we ended with 26. So, a lot of doubles. So we didn't get to everything. So, I was rushing to put in our pages before you pulled me. Yeah, sorry. Well, good job getting them in. They sounded good. Can't wait for the official release on the Sticking Prism 27 YouTube channel. But yeah, that is going to be it for the stream. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around. Hey, Doggy Dasher, welcome to the stream. We are unfortunately just ending now. But we will have probably some other similar streams at some point. Only 2 hours, but hey, great work. Great work on Pig Step. But yeah, we are going to end the stream now. I'm going to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. for me. A lot of great work for the people rewatching this. Really appreciate everyone who sent in something. But yeah, I'm not gonna review anything else today, Doggy Dasher. Unfortunately, I'm ending the stream now. Thanks for checking in. We can do. I was doing reviews of y'all's music. I'm not gonna review other artists' music. For this, but if you have something original for next stream, I may look at that. But for those who are here, thanks for sticking it out. What am I saying? Sticking Prism 27, staying in. Or if you're watching this on replay, thanks for watching, and thanks for submitting, everyone who did. But that'll end it here, and I will see you all for another stream at a different time. Thanks again.